Ez jó ez a dátum?
Gabi,
Hi, I'm just calling to let you know that I posted a new release on Test Flight. It includes the design and details. Please take a look.
okay, so just the test flight. All right, okay. Listen, what happened with yesterday's payment?
Well, I'm still working on the concept. I found a provider who is good, but I don't see it yet, but now I'm going to do it.
Okay, then I'll check the design right away, okay? Thank you. Thanks. Come on, Barney. We absolutely need to check the design. Good, because Gabi mentioned earlier that the project is ready and all necessary preparations have been completed, we should proceed with the testing phase, if that is all right with you, okay? Where should I stand? Why should I stand there?
I'd like to see you better.
Sorry, don't be mad. Is this better? Do you like it more this way? Good, okay. So, you didn't hear from there that I will say it again? Again, he should take a look at the design. Just do it right. Now. Good. So, generally speaking, this should be looked at with a focus group, and whether the users understand the new design, or perhaps the new user interface. Good, but obviously we don't have time for that right now. You also press through it. I will press through it as well. Let's try to look at it that way, as if an average citizen were watching, a young person, a parent, or even a student, to see if it is understandable. Whether it is logically structured, we can still provide feedback approximately today. Basically, the day after tomorrow. Yes, the press conference is the day after tomorrow, so that such minor changes are indeed good, so that we can make the smallest possible modifications, because it needs to be balanced. Okay. Was it good from this angle then?
Perfect.
Super.
In the final days before launch, the team worked to finalize the app's form. However, the real challenge was involving both authors and publishers in the collaboration and creating a simple process that would be easy for both parties to use.
My fear is that this old model will not work as we originally intended and as we had hoped, that you locate all 100,000 authors in total and then we contract with each one individually. I definitely have something in mind that we should somehow convert into a digital format for this process. And if we want to extend this to the whole world, then this needs to be streamlined somehow and made simple for everyone, whether for partner publishers or for the authors, such as...
That's definitely right. And I think the most important thing is that we shouldn't think about the authors now, but rather about the publishers of the authors, or their authorized agents, because they are typically the primary initial point of contact that we can reach out to. And if they like it just like how you approached me, and I liked it, then my authors will like it too.
I just feel that this will not be a sales pitch, actually. But we definitely need to sit in that chair with marketing because we absolutely wouldn't want to address 1,000 individually, surely.
How does this happen? So when you go to a large international publisher, we indeed show the large international publisher what this is. They like it just as you liked it, and then perhaps...
Then we need to help this life path so that they can implement it as well. Because we are talking about huge companies here, many additional things need to be realized. But if our interface is clever and intuitive and really very simplified, then with minimal effort, the outside publishers, if we reach an agreement with them, then with minimal invested work, and over time they can gradually and eventually involve the original authors, which is our ultimate goal.
I see. So then we need to help in 2 steps. Helping the publishers in order to successfully convince the authors so that this works.
I think this is not based on persuasion, but let's not view the whole thing this way. But if we properly present the YOLO to a foreign publisher, or to a Hungarian publisher, then there must indeed be a definite yes from them. We are not convincing anyone, and then possibly the publisher can help with that, to involve its 18 million authors in YOLO as quickly as possible. Because you see, if we go one by one from author to author, then we will probably still be involving authors very slowly even after 70 years. Yes, with a lot of work, but I must emphasize that I definitely think there is indeed quite a significant and noticeable gap between the publisher and the author that we will represent. Needs to be figured out very wisely there, so that they really get such a truly complete good feeling of life.
then obviously the publishers obviously need some material.
But don't actually focus on the publisher. You really shouldn't focus on the publisher. Because the publisher is such that we go to the publisher, we need to sit down with them, we need to convince them. I say that the marketing creates such a colorful material that is not your task.
But then we potentially approach the publishers with sales.
We approach the publishers with sales, just as I reached out to Alexandra.
But a platform is needed, not just the application, but something like that. Okay, understood.
I understood that part. That part is clear to me. I need the full view.
When we also go to the publisher, besides that, we tell him the model, we will tell him this specifically, me and Alexandra. We will tell him, look, here is this model, this is what we'll do. The publisher says, okay, this is great, but how? I understand, I have 10 million authors, okay, so what?
But I am very happy to help. I have already thought about this. I also have notes. I can just tell that roughly it's almost ready now. That when we get there, how he can show it in 2 minutes. That this process from here and here connects well back to the author's involvement in a way that is clear and comprehensive and thoroughly to the reader.
Yes, and actually this process is needed by Gábor because he will need to further develop this.
It's not enough that we need to assemble the system quickly. The goal is to make it simple, transparent, and straightforward, and easy to understand for that, so that domestic and international publishers can reach out to us on their own.
When I upload a book, for instance, let us consider for a moment that we just came from Alexandria. Alexandra will be our partner. We upload books from them, and subsequently, then we proceed to carefully and meticulously place them into our vector database. These uploaded books will be processed by us, and subsequently, therefore, in due course. And when a user, for example, later asks a question, perhaps say, in a history book, it can be quite interesting. Then, from the history book, when they ask about the Colosseum, then actually, in reality, indeed, our vector database specifically only contains content related to the Colosseum. Absolutely and completely fills it up for the AI so that it can indeed thoroughly generate the answer from that. So it does not upload the entire book, but our vector database only collects these contents, which is about the Colosseum, and uploads to AI. AI answers. And then this is now ready.
Yes, indeed, and certainly the key question of this important matter is that these are, as you can see, quality results, and these are not, obviously, Attila and the others just brought numbers in Excel, so how much these are displayed, so that the AI has actually pre-filtered and filtered and responding content. We also evaluated these with the AI, how accurate these answers are. Obviously, what I experimented with manually at night, those are my own results, and everyone can start playing with it, but that, for it to be measurable, and we say that this product really helps a very substantial portion of the users, and we can really answer, we go with that or that we go out and it won't be good, or then, in research and development. We carefully prepared this project so that it verifies itself at night. And what we put together is a complete set, which we have already examined individually, carefully analyzing each component, ensuring accuracy and precision in our analysis and review of the set. How well these work, however, the whole thing has just come together, and now we know that we will push our test driver into it. All of our other 1,000 questions from the textbooks. We will actually evaluate and thoroughly assess how much help it is. And obviously we would still go through these manually today or tomorrow.
Well, actually, it is truly a significant milestone that 2 days ago it didn't look like this. That we will be here. So the guys have worked a lot. And while you were pressing it manually, we ran the automated tests last night as well. The outcome of the comprehensive mass testing, which was conducted earlier, is precisely what you have received in your inbox this morning. This shows 78% at the vector DB simulation index level.
Good, but I really do think that won't be enough. Well, essentially and fundamentally, it's about asking questions. This is the result. And then the accuracy in the result, the hit accuracy, which is to say, is approximately 78% in total. So that in 22% of the cases, this thing currently provides irrelevant results for the user.
78%? Well, you all know that this won't work like this by the day after tomorrow. How much does ChatGPT give exactly and precisely in total overall? What would be the optimal amount? Because it might be really bad. So I say that out of 100 questions, 78 are correct, and the remaining 22 are not.
Well, actually, currently, yes.
All right, and how can we perhaps improve this?
Well, this typically came from the fact that we assembled the wheel of the car. It has a very good wheel. We assembled its engine. It has a great engine.
I don't care. How did we do it? The point is, how are we going to do it in the next 2 days?
I think we should perhaps try a brand new tokenizer at this point. Because a lot can go wrong there if we choose a bad one in the first round. And then we could take a look at this.
That's definitely a good idea, but we absolutely want to go out with the app in just 2 days. So I'm not sure I want to test technology right now.
Listen, I will help. 78% like unacceptable tokenization. Let's indeed bring it in. So let's try the new tokenization, or let's swap out components, 78%, and evaluate the outcome. Either way, in any case, it's completely unacceptable. So anything below 90% is completely unacceptable. So we can confidently try the new tokenization. There are 48 hours to complete this whole thing. During time, many components can be swapped out.
78%. So I can bring up a golf example here. The beauty, elegance, and grace of golf in its simplicity is that with the very first stroke, you can even reach the green in the game. But with at most 2 or 3 strokes, you are indeed already literally just a few meters from the goal. But if you need another 10 strokes, or perhaps even more, for the last few meters, then unfortunately, you have lost the whole match. Being close to success is not enough. You have to be there. We need to solve it now, or we can go back to the starting line.
It was so exciting and motivating yesterday. Today I decided I will come out and prove myself to Zsigmond. I will reach out to the target audience and ask them what they think about the application. Hi. Excuse me, do you have half a minute? Just regarding an application, a few questions.
The problem is that I'm in a big hurry, but I'm actually interested, sorry.
Thank you very much indeed.
Barnabás met Martin, who is leading the influencer campaigns, and involved him in an ad hoc survey as well.
Excuse me, just a quick question. We are testing an application. Could I possibly ask 2-3 questions quickly?
Well, are you sure it will be fast?
Go. Hello, hi, can I perhaps bother you a little?
Are you a university student?
Oh no, the 11th, indeed.
Look, I'll show you an application. Just spend a minute on it.
Do you like the icon?
This is our application. Basically, I would just like to see how you like the overall appearance. What exactly would you click on? What do you think of the whole application?
By the way, it just has potential.
This will certainly be very good for university students, but also for you.
Okay, basically the essence of the application is that it would work based on AI models. We would certainly actually teach the students, and we would help with that, on how to learn with this. It would speed up the processes. The application will be released in a few days. Yes. What do you think based on this? How do you know what it is about? Would you actually try it? Would you use it?
Yes, this is a good idea.
Wait, stop.
Let's call Zsigmond. What think of our boss? About our boss? Do you feel coming in?
Our founder really loves to absolutely involve the target audience in the testing. And your answers were so good that there might indeed be an opportunity that we could invite you for half an hour where we could present this in person and test it. What do you think?
Well, okay.
Then maybe you can give me your phone number, and then I'll call you later, and we would discuss a time when we could meet.
The application.
This is only related to the application.
Can we perhaps maybe sleep together tonight?
No, there is school tomorrow. You can sleep in pairs, okay?
Be good.
Boys with boys, girls with girls. Kiss goodnight.
The university contacts provided by Imre responded one after another to Zsigmond's inquiries. America is slowly but surely opening its doors to YoloAI. Miami, Boston, Baltimore, and New York are also showing interest in the app. The messages arrived as if they were invitations to a big game, giving Zsigmond a chance to conquer the East Coast.